Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross. I'm so excited to take you on a captivating journey through Italy with my new segment, Bella Italia. In this series, we'll dive into the rich tapestry of Italian music, tracing its evolution from 1918 to the present. We'll explore the vibrant styles, iconic artists, and memorable songs that have defined the generations. Along the way, I will share performances of some of the most beloved Italian songs from various decades to give you a delightful taste of our rich cultural heritage. So join me as we celebrate the magic of Italy. In the last episode of Bella Italia, we have been talking about one of the most famous Italian songs worldwide, Volare. Certainly not comparable to Volare in quality, but for the incredible popularity it achieved also at an international level and translated in several languages was Marina, launched in 1959 by Rocco Granata, a Calabrian who emigrated to Belgium, where his father worked in a mine. To the sound of the accordion, Marina became an evergreen in dance halls and jukeboxes on the beaches. Let's listen to Marina.
Sono innamorato di Marina, una ragazza mora ma carina, ma lei non può saperne del mio amore, cosa farò per conquistare il suo cuore. Un giorno la incontrai sola sola, il cuore mi batteva mille all'ora.
In the wake of Volare, a new generation of so-called screamers, singers emerged, who imported from America, very timidly I should say, the musical revolution of rock and roll, the first specifically youthful music movement with a strong disruptive, if not yet contestatory, charge towards the adult world, and also the first in America to break down the rigid divisions between the three musical genres present there, with completely separate listeners and distribution channels: commercial, popular music, pop, for the urban bourgeoisie, country music loved by the peasant masses of the South and the West, and rhythm and blues, the urban music of the colored population. Rock immediately established itself among young listeners of all three genres, also because it was born from their fusion, starting with the blues. It also united young people on a global scale. Rock Around the Clock, sung by Bill Haley in the closing credits of the 1955 film The Link of the Wind, went around the world in a few days, and it was an unprecedented case. Let's listen to it.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
The same year, Chuck Berry released Johnny B. Good, and the fame of Elvis Presley exploded, who for 20 years was the king of rock. But Bill Haley did not sing the songs, he shouted them, which was functional to the novelty of jukebox, designed for noisy and dispersive places like bars and gambling halls. While Elvis Presley, the most idolized singer of all time, expressed himself with his whole body, as well as a sensual and guttural voice capable of incredible changes in tone and rhythm. The first of our Italian screamers was Tony Dallara with Come Prima in 1958 with a shouted and sobbing voice. Let's listen to it.
Come prima, più di prima, t'amerò. Per la mia vita ti darò. Sembra un sogno rivederti, accarezzarti.
Other screamers were Joe Sentieri, Betty Curtis, Little Tony, who imitated Elvis in his look, Peppino Di Capri, and above all, two young people, Mina and Adriano Celentano, who would then have prestigious and very long careers in very different directions. Adriano Celentano made his debut in 1959 with Il tuo bacio è come un rock. Let's listen to it.
Il tuo bacio è come un rock che ti morde col suo swing, assai facile al knockout che ti fulmina sul ring, fa l'effetto di uno shock e perciò canto così. Oh, 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 oh. tuo bacio è come un rock, i tuoi baci non sono semplici baci, uno solo ne vale almeno tre.
In 1961, Adriano Celentano sang also 24.000 baci at Sanremo Festival, a bomb for the lyrics, for the angry voice, for the scandalous way he moved, even turning his back on the audience. He formed the clan, a court that included many singers who later became independent, such as Don Bacchi and Ricky Gianco, and continued to collect successes, sometimes much discussed, alternating light songs with others of a preachy type of themes, ranging from ecology to religion, and also the controversy against the strikes at the time of the workers' struggles of 1968, which made him unpopular with young leftists of 1970s. Among his greatest successes in 1960s, Stai lontana da me, I Will Pay, The Boy from Via Gluck, which we are going to listen to now.
Ti sarò per sempre amico, pur geloso come sai. Io lo so, mi contraddico, ma preziosa sei tu per me. Tra le mie braccia dormirai serenamente ed è importante, questo sai.
Adriano Celentano experienced an eclipse in the 80s and 90s until its new popularity on television on the threshold of the new millennium after the very successful album Io non so parlar d'amore in 1999. Let's listen to it.
Il tuo bacio è come un rock che ti morde col suo swing, la sai facile al knockout che ti fulmina sul ring, fa l'effetto di uno shock e perciò canto così. Il tuo bacio è come un rock, i tuoi baci non sono semplici baci, uno solo ne vale almeno tre.
Another amazing singer, Mina, began singing for fun in the famous nightclub La Bussola in Versilia, Italy, where her family spent their holidays, and made her debut at the Milan Rock Festival in 1958 with the song Nessuno, which she then presented at famous Italian TV program Lascia o raddoppia. It was an immediate success, which continued uninterruptedly until today with an impressive number of songs. Mina agreed to participate in Sanremo Festival only once, but on TV she hosted popular programs such as Studio Uno and then Canzonissima, until her sensational retirement from public appearances at the end of the 70s. Gifted with an exceptional vocal range and versatility, unique in her way of accelerating the rhythm of melodic songs, she was defined by Armstrong as the greatest white singers in the world, and no other European singer has ever been so appreciated at an international level. Let's listen to one of her greatest hits, Grande, Grande, Grande.
Sei grande, grande, grande come te, sei grande solamente tu. Non lasciarmi mai più, sei grande, grande, grande come te.
Behind the unrevealed Mina, two queens of song emerged, Milva and Ornella Vanoni, both operating on a double track, one lighter, the other one more cultural and politically engaged. Milva, known as the Red Head both for the color of her hair and for her political beliefs, produced more than one album a year from 1961 to 2000 and others up to the present, and an impressive number of singles. She began by alternating light songs with a traditional melodic structure, often presented at Sanremo Festival, with others on a more committed register, first reinterpreting the 1920s and 1930s and political songs. Then she interpreted the political theater of Bertolt Brecht in theatrical recitals. Translated into 4 albums, Milva Canta Brecht, she continued with albums of great depth, which earned her very high official recognition, also in France and Germany, where she was very popular. Let's listen to one of her famous songs, Mi Lord.
Usa sua gama table, il fait si froid dehors, ici
The other singer-songwriter Nella Vanoni made her debut in the Milanese environment of director Giorgio Strehler and actor Dario Fo as an actress and singer of direct songs of social inspiration. Then in the early 60s, the meeting, also sentimental with Gino Paoli, gave her the opportunity to interpret some of his famous songs, and then again in the 80s to lead successful tours with him. In the meantime, she participated in Sanremo Festival from the mid-60s with easier but very successful songs. Let's listen now to one of her popular songs, Mi sono innamorata di te. From the 70s to the present day, her repertoire has expanded, ranging from jazz to Brazilian music, bossa nova, to the reinterpretation of Italian and international hits. She has sung in duo with many famous Italian and foreign singers, such as the Brazilians Vinicius de Morales and Toquinho, and used the formula of the theater song up to the album Sherazade in 1995, mostly composed by herself. From 1961 to 2010, she produced an average of one album a year, in addition to many singles. Now we are at the end of this beautiful and amazing episode. I want to thank one more time Patricia Calde and Rogelio Ramos that honored us of his presence today. Hopefully I want to thank you, of course, for watching Las Vegas Live with Nelia Ross. Hope you really enjoyed it. And if you are interested in booking an interview with me or sponsoring our program, please reach out to us at neliaross.official@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for watching us, and I look forward to seeing you next Saturday at noon on socialmediashows.com and neliaross.com, and from Monday to Friday at 6 p.m. Have a great day, un bacio da Nelia Ross, ciao!